Welcome to another test town. This one I designed for traffic. That's why the streets are so long, and I'm building traffic, basically is what I'm doing. Single lane traffic. The thing I call zombie trafficking, where they all hang out in one lane. In this case, there's a whole 6 lane, but it seems like everybody wants to travel in the right-hand lanes. Be nice if there was a magic bullet, but different forms of single lane trafficking or zombie traffic are caused by different reasons. Right? This is just a reaction, a very smart and simple reaction. To me, it's telling me that there's just too much traffic in the right lane. It's like, well, duh. But what does that mean? It means that the through traffic is not using the middle lane, that they're using the right lane. Why? Because it's all a 6 lane. You've got the same commands at every intersection, that the right-hand lane is where you turn right and where is where you go forward. Right? So if you're eventually turning right, you can use this lane to go forward as much as you want and then turn right, which is filling that whole lane, because they don't like changing lanes when they're in a zombie state, when it's so wishy-washy. You need some definition in here somehow. Right? And same with the traffic going the other way. Right? It's like if you're eventually going to turn right, you want this lane. What I'd like to do is get them in the center lane and leave the right-hand lanes for right-hand turning. But the problem is that everything is a right-hand turn. Right? Or left. There's nothing that says through. Right? Because even if they're going to the highway, they're going to exit onto the right, in this case to take the little tunnel that bypasses this busy intersection to go to the highway, which when they find their exit, in this case, it's a right-hand turn to go there, right? At this highway, it's a right-hand turn. So it doesn't matter which way you go, either into the city, it's a right-hand turn. So how do we get them from doing this? Because there's a very easy cure to stop this zombie trafficking. Let me put on a little bit of speed here. Oh, that's a lot of speed. Because I want this to be like dramatic. Look at the lineup there that is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this from a state of single lane trafficking. I'm surprised they're using 3 lanes. I'm surprised they're using the middle lane. I guess remembering back in it when it was a time. Oh, he's going through. No, he's making a left. Oh, that's right. Because I changed this. That's what would make it more dramatic. Hold on. That's a destination for the middle lane. Huh? Okay, there we go. Now there's no middle lane to use, because what they were doing is they were using the second lane to make their right-hand turns. I just took that away from them, and now everything's the same. It's going to take them a little way to catch the message. They almost seem like they're using all the lanes. They're confused right now. I really messed with their heads. Like I said, I wanted it very, very dramatic. Huh? One guy using the left or the middle lane. There we go. There we go. And then they come through. But you can see what I mean. The longer we run this, the more they're just going to avoid the middle lane, because there's no designation to it. There's no destination tied to it, possibly. And then the truck shows up. Thanks. Really appreciate that. So how do you cure this? Well, you designate a lane. This one is going to be as easy as removing a lane here and here. I could just as well put it somewhere, but it's got to be at an intersection. Doing it in the middle of the road will not. Reducing this is compressing the road. It doesn't change the designation at the intersection. It doesn't change the lane designations at all. But what it'll do is it'll compress traffic from this side to possibly use more of the middle lane, like that, right? The better place to do this sort of thing would be right here at an intersection where it actually has meaning. What I mean by that, if I change this to a 4 lane, there's going to be a designated right hand lane there because there's going to be only 2 lanes going forward. So that's got to mean that's the right hand turn, right? So we're going to put one there, and we're going to put one at the opposite end just to do the same thing going the other way. Now what that will do is it'll eventually tell people who are used to running down the right hand lane that they can't do that anymore, because at a certain point it becomes a dedicated right hand turn lane for this street and for this street. So they start thinking about it and they start using the center lane instead. Where there was no reason to use it before, I give them a reason to use it. Wow, they're very quick to react. Incredibly quick to react. Look at that. Usually it takes them a lot longer. I mean, they are favoring the right. No, they're not. Oh, of course, they were very quick to react. See, they're now in the middle lane. And if any of them needed to turn right, well, they would have it lets you know. Hold on, I'm sorry. There's only 2 lanes, that's a parking space. Duh. There's no more right laning, is there? They're using all 3 lanes now. Well, at least they're using 2 of them. Well, they were using 2 of them before, but they're using more of the lanes now. I almost don't need this side to be done, because there is more than 1 lane. There's 2 lanes. Well, 2 lanes there, 2 lanes there. It works out. But you see, that looks more realistic, doesn't it? They're using all the lanes. They seem to be driving with more of a purpose. Before, they were just following each other and hopefully tripping into the right destination. Here, they're using all the lanes. Look at them. Right? I could change it back, and I'll change it forward. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change it back, show you it going into a single lane traffic jam again. Well, it wasn't even a traffic jam. I'd love to show you a traffic jam. I just gotta, I need higher population than 5,000. We'll put it back into a single lane traffic jam. The zombie traffic. They seem to be quite resistant this time. Don't know, they're migrating to the right. Right about there. Which means then the next pile of traffic will start doing it here. Oh, they're starting doing it there. And they're starting, there we go. They've migrated to the right. Isn't that neat? These guys seem a little slower at it. Oh, well, they've got 2 lanes to exit from, so it's not going to be as dramatic as they are here, is it? We're zombie trafficking, folks. That didn't take very long at all, did it? I'll do this for another 30 seconds and then flip it over. Show you how fast they react and what it takes to get them out of their zombie traffic mind. Now, not all things can be fixed this way, you know that. This is what I'm just basically saying here, is when you use 6 lanes or the same road all the way through, it puts them in a hypnotic state of zombie trafficking. You got to mix it up. You got to give roads meanings. I mean, like I said, I could just very well do it. Put the pinch here and put the pinch there. I designated a lane somewhere else, which means they use more the center lane because one of the lanes is dedicated for right-hand turns. There we go. Nice, smooth, single lane backup in the right lane. There's zombie trafficking right there, aren't they? Blindly following each other. Because they know eventually all they have to do is turn right from that lane. There's no thinking. Now they gotta think. Look how quick they change. It's almost like they're used to it now. It's like, yeah, come on, put it back. Oh, there it is. Hey! It almost seemed like, because the first time I did this, it took them a while. It took them like 5 minutes to react. Then again, that traffic's coming a long way. Look at them. So they were waiting for me to change it back. Yeah, because the first time I did this, it took them 5 minutes to recognize that I changed the lanes over and put a pinch mark in it to use the center lane. It took them quite a while. This time it took them no time, didn't it? It's like as soon as I changed it back, it's like, yay! Hopefully that'll help somebody. Stop using the same street all the way through. On the lower, like locals and stuff like that, sure, whatever. But if you're using 6 lanes, you want them to use all 3 lanes. Sometimes you got to work for it. Right? Because they go where you tell them to go. And if they don't got to change the lane to do it, why would they? Ciao for now. Have fun.